Welcome to the super fun game review podcast. Go Mega Ultra Between Review Show. Down.
Welcome to MUBRS.
MUBRS.
MUBRS. Don't ask me. I don't know what that was. So tonight you have myself, Steve, Mr. Harry, Mr. Joe, and Clark has had some technical difficulties, so he will not be joining us tonight. So it's Trash Clark night. I mean, we're just going in lieu of him. That's okay. But
God damn it, we need to use that more often.
like bashing people or what?
I just hope when we do like the recording in the room again, if we can have like a console where anybody has access to these buttons, and we should elaborate how many buttons are available. That'd be amazing.
Love that. I mean, Joe pops in every once in a while with the soundboard, and it's great. Like the ham horn. It's like I can't be mad at this. I really can't. Joe, that's your cue. Where's the ham horn? Joe.
I don't have it. They updated the system.
Oh no! No!
I lost my dashboard, and I haven't replaced everything yet.
Well, in lieu of Joe dropping the ball on our soundboard, hey, this week's episode is brought to you by Deep Creek Glassworks, our true sponsor that really supports us, and we support them. I mean, because since 2013, Deep Creek Glasswork has been making handcrafted blown glass works of art, functional and practical, for everyone to enjoy. I know all of us have some great beer glasses that I had gifted over the holiday season. A lot of other people I know have actually ordered their own, whether it be during the Valentine's, holiday of love and everything else. But you should really go check them out. Now is getting into the time of the busy season. I mean, it's end of spring, summer is upon us. So definitely go check them out at Deep Creek Glassworks, WORX.com today, or go check out their Instagram or the Etsy. Just type it in and see what site pops up, because you're going to find something a little different for everybody on certain pages, if you get what I'm saying. Wink, wink. Because the guys see me winking. It's cute, right? No,
They know that Mother's Day is right around the corner as well.
They do know Mother's Day is right around the corner. And what do all moms want? They want awesome looking glassworks that they can put up in their windows, or something they could hold on to for the next 6-7 months. Put on their Christmas tree. Just buy some awesome looking glass. Come the fuck on. Come on. They help us. Now help them. Support some small business, people. It's 2021. Isn't that what it's all about? Don't go to fucking Walmart. That's a bunch of bullshit. Target? Target. Eat a dick. Fuck you. Go to deepcreekglassworks.com. Spell WORX. Do it. I hope Tanner doesn't hate that. Leave it all in. He might like it.
Otherwise, hey Steve, how did the new ad go? Well, he was fucking telling Target to go fuck themselves.
Yeah, he didn't get back to me, so I'm just going to send him a text. I'll do it right now. I told
enjoy it.
Target to fuck themselves. Hope that's okay. Thumbs up emoji. There we go. Done. We'll see how that goes and whether Joe leaves it in or not. But yeah,
eggplant emoji.
Eggplant. Squirt emoji. Bald face emoji. Sorry, Harry. Coming for you. Or on you. One or the other. Who knows?
God.
Who knows?
to be tuned into the Austin episode where we talk about how everybody was coming at me aggressively.
Only a little bit. Hey, you know what? Be thankful I did not jam my fingers in your mouth, even though you told me I should have taken the opportunity.
It would have been funny in the moment.
It would have been funny in the moment, but at the same time, it seemed a bit rude. So it
It's a
didn't go
little
that
disrespectful.
a little bit. I think a little more highly of you than to jam my hand into your mouth. Just the hand, though.
Think more highly of my hand.
Steve, what? Lemons. All right, so someone has a topic for tonight. So
Well, we have a couple of things we could dabble in, but
Yeah.
I wanted
Whoa.
to see how long each one takes. But first thing I wanted to talk about tonight, I believe last episode we were briefly touching on the idea of doing MUBRS episodes geared towards a specific console. Like, for example, like a Super Nintendo episode or a PlayStation 1 episode or Genesis or something like those. So I figured
Okay.
tonight would be a good opportunity. Why don't we spitball how we want those episodes to look? Like format wise, like what are some important things we should touch on? Just for the sake of, instead of just rambling on in those episodes, like maybe constructing how they should look.
So I
Lot
would
of
think
consoles.
for our Sega CD episode, I would like it to look like a box, because that's pretty much all it looked like.
Say that a lot of consoles.
Yeah. What is it? What's in the box? Oh, it's a disc. Surprise. We can play CDs now. Or compact discs. Yeah, I know. I just derailed that right off the bat.
Yep.
I don't know. I would think if you're gonna break it down by console, like, are we gonna do like favorite titles from a console, or just the console as a whole, like during its like lifespan run? Because I mean, some will get
We should do like the entire life cycle of that console. Like we can like introduce it like as like you know, it was released here, last game for the console was released this day. And then we can kind of get into different things about that console. Like as you mentioned, maybe maybe like 3 or 4 critically acclaimed games, just real quick or something like that, and then maybe everybody's maybe favorite game on the console or most memorable experience with it if you had one or used it.
I can dig that. Maybe like the hit on the groundbreaking titles for each console that comes out. Like for the PlayStations, which is Final Fantasy, which did start on like Nintendo and went into Super Nintendo, but I don't really think it hit quite the same until PlayStation came along. And then that's where you get like your
or even twin stick shooters, like your what's that one you liked, Harry? The Time one. Time Splitters.
Time
Splitters.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was really into the second one. Really into the second one.
So we can hit on, certain things like that as well about the console, like, game altering things or like things like that.
No, I think that's like what are the big titles of that system? Like what made that system stand out? I think that would be a good discussion there. But I was thinking near the end of the episodes, maybe we each have a list of 5 games as like honorable mentions. They don't have to be the best games or your favorite games, but maybe 5 games that really stood out to you, and we could kind of like round robin that, like take turns, pitching out games.
That would be fun. And then especially if now that we're putting this out here, maybe like for the future MUBRS we just hit for, certain consoles, what titles meant the most to you, to the listeners? What was your defining console of your generation? Because I know we're sitting on our 30s, so we went through the Super Nintendos and the Genesis and N64s. Maybe some people, their first ones were like PS2. What's something that really stood out to you?
Yeah.
Also, and then we can kind of touch on that and see if we can close the generational gap a little bit. I saw a meme that went out. Morgan showed me the other day that fucking broke my heart. It's like my coworker asked me the other day, "Have you ever seen a PS2 in real life?" And I looked at it. I looked at the meme that she showed me on the phone, and then I looked over to the entertainment center that has a PS2 sitting there. I'm like, "Fuck." All right. So this is where we're at now. It's like I'm sure you can bring out like a PS1, and it would just like boggle the minds of people today. Where it's like, oh, I've only heard of that. It's
No
like,
way. That doesn't.
Yeah.
hey,
That
you,
doesn't feel that old.
That's like I thought you were gonna go the one I saw the other day about Zelda, and it was like, what you think about when you say 20-year-old Zelda, and like most people think of like A Link to the Past, right?
right?
And it's like, what was actually Zelda 20 years ago? And it was like Wind Waker.
Oh God, was that really 20 years ago?
Yeah, and it's like, oh my god.
Fuck.
Oh,
Fuck.
they did that with Final Fantasy. I don't know if you saw that one. They're like, oh, what was your do you remember Final Fantasy 20 years ago? And they're like, oh, what was that? Like Final Fantasy 1 or 2 or something like that. They're like, yeah, it was Final Fantasy 10.
Oh God.
Like
Oh,
what?
no. Por qué? Oh fuck yeah, because my first Final Fantasy was Final Fantasy 8, and that was the first PlayStation. And, oh God. I don't want to do this anymore. I don't, that makes my soul hurt a little bit. That's a little rough. But I kind of would like that, just as a little glimpse into Harry's bachelor party that we'll be talking about on a future MUBRS. We kind of had like a nostalgia night, which was fun. We found some old videos of us from high school, which I would have been okay not ever seeing again. But between that and then like fuck, we watched like a super
Watching
old
WrestleMania.
Yeah, WrestleMania like 15 or something. I think it's like 30 something now, and just realizing how long ago that was. And even watching that WrestleMania was so late in like my WWF viewership that was a tough pill to swallow. We're getting fucking old, boys. I mean, fuck. I just
Yeah.
helped Joe with his fucking flooring in in his one bedroom, and I finally could sit down and not feel pain since Saturday.
Taking a shit was the worst.
Dude, it was tough.
Like, oh man, I'm not gonna be able to get back up.
I'm so glad that the bathroom counter was closed, because I had Jesus Christ. I made old man noises, like gotta sit down. Okay, I'm good. Oh, time to get up. All right, we're good. Yeah. Fucking old
Are
boys.
you older than me, Steve?
I don't know.
No,
let me
we're
check.
just overweight, and it doesn't help.
Yeah, Harry, you do have the you are the skinny jeans man of the group. So you're hanging out. What are you, like a 32, 34 waist?
34.
Okay. All right. You're getting to fat. Give it time.
You still got to get through Husky first.
All right. Just made that up for the boys. Like, I'm sorry, son. You're what do we call him? Husky? Yeah, you're Husky, bud. And then they just made a brand of jeans that's just called Husky, and they put a fucking mountain dog on it to make you feel better. But no, you're a fucking fat kid. Shut up, fatty.
Shut up, fatty.
Yeah, I'll say that because I still wear them. Little fucking fat boy.
Speaking of pain, though, before we continue with our game conversation, but so once a year at my store, we get the floors stripped and waxed. It's like a big procedure. It's actually a 2-night procedure where they end up putting on like 7 layers of wax.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
sexy. Strip it down. Yeah, wax it. I do that about twice a year, so a little different, but you go ahead.
Full Brazilian, Steve.
Also happens to be right before summer, just like the store.
Exactly. Hey, I'd like to be
Yes.
fresh. I just call it the Rio de Janeiro. Brazilian seems a little too broad. I like to narrow it down a little bit.
Mm,
Yeah.
very well. Pinpoint that. So anyway, so part of that is clearing the sales floor of everything that isn't a permanent fixture. Talking umbrella racks, the candy racks, any floor stands, all the bins, the signage around the store.
Oh yeah,
It's
and
an
you're a premium store, so you got a lot more extra shit than the usual.
yeah. It's a big store. It's a
all
big
right.
store. And it's usually like an 8-hour process. Honestly, it kills like a whole day every year, taking the stuff off and then a whole day putting it back on. It's a
Right.
nightmare. Oh yeah, I had full pallets of water I had to move, pallets of 12-pack soda, because we have like those little setups in the back of the aisles as well.
Right.
Anyway, so I started at 7 nonstop, sweaty mess all day at work. I get a phone call around noon today. It's the floor guys.
Oh no.
They said they broke their equipment last night doing a store and that they needed to reschedule a month out.
No.
So not only
Oh no.
so I did not put the stuff back. I was done for the day.
It's like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm out.
It's all in the stock room right now. But so I have to put it all back on the floor. But then I have to do it again in a month.
Oh, that fucking sucks. Hey, by the way, I just got a text from Tanner. He said it was fun that I told Target to fuck themselves, so we're good. We're in the clear. We're in the clear. Thanks, Tanner. But that fucking sucks.
Yeah. And then my boss showed up unannounced and graded my store.
Oh, really? After you moved everything?
Gambles.
Oh, fuck. That was
Yeah.
planned. That sounds planned.
Yeah.
Let's
Like,
see
I don't
how
know
their
what you
setup
expected.
is. Yeah, really. It's like, well,
Yeah.
the soda cases weren't in the right position. It's like,
Nah,
nope.
he knew. I explained all that. You didn't grade me on
Okay.
that.
As long as they were understandable, that's the important thing. Otherwise, just coming, it's like, well, this doesn't look like as it should be. It's like, oh, guess what, fucker? Nothing was supposed to happen the way it did today. So what are we going to do?
So yeah, it was a fun day.
Nice.
But yeah, anyway, back to the other conversation we were having like 10 minutes ago. It did kind of dawn on me, maybe we should talk about our memories with the consoles as well. Like maybe some, I don't know, stories that jump out or whatever. I guess we'll have to agree on certain episodes though, because there's certain consoles I have no experience with.
Okay, well,
I think for the most part, we have almost all the console covered. Like, I never owned a Dreamcast, but I played a fuck ton of Dreamcast.
Yeah.
but
You know what I mean? So I think we're probably good for like pretty much anything NES and newer.
I think so.
don't really have experience on NES. I played Duck Hunt and some track and field game where you run on a pad.
Oh yeah, nope.
That's about it.
I still
I
have
played a
track
lot
and
of
field
Ninja
too.
Turtles.
Yeah. Well, if either of you want some experience, I found out that my NES still works on the TV I have in the living room, so you can come over and play some. Probably not Duck Hunt because it's light sensor, and that doesn't really work out with the flat screen TVs.
Yeah.
But like I have like Smash Brothers, Ninja Turtles, Snake Rattle and Roll, Track and Field. I got you covered. That's where coming back and bringing up the old systems. I'm kind of sad that I sold my Super Nintendo and a shit ton of games at a yard sale because I was like 12 and I'm like, hey, let me make some money on something. And these workers came up just after the job and found the little stand
Street workers.
and bought everything. Which, I mean, you know what? In a sense, good for them because at least they're going to have entertainment. And at least if one of them still held on to the console and the games, they're good. So I had like the Spider-Man Carnage game where it was the red cassette, and
I
apparently
have
that
it. I have
yeah,
that, Steve.
There's not
that's
too
worth
many
money
any
now.
Super Nintendo games there that you don't have.
What's that?
What's that, Joe?
There's not too many Super Nintendo games that you don't have.
And that's
Remember that box of shit
Yeah.
I had? It was
Yeah.
insane.
You had like 100 games. It was ridiculous.
We used to find them in bargain bins all the time. I don't have any like great games for Super. Well, I mean, I have great games, but I didn't like have the $50 games. I got like the bargain bin games.
that's
Those some
Crash
gems in there.
Dummies. Crash Dummies.
We had a lot of fun with Crash Dummies.
Cool Spot.
Hey, don't you fucking talk anything ill of Cool Spot. You know
Oh,
why? He's pretty cool.
One of these days, I am going to pitch Lester the Unlikely as a game to beat for the podcast.
It's all right. I might follow that up if we're going to do Super Nintendo. I'll bring up some Desert Strike. I was just talking about that tonight with my friend Steph, because her and I, between the two of us, had pretty much every single Super Nintendo game. So between like that, it wasn't Ace Combat, but it was like a plane piloting game where you can have like different planes and whatnot. But yeah, it's it all pretty much comes back to just so much nostalgia games. I mean, we could go on for hours on that.
But yeah, that's just some of the thoughts I had on those episodes. So
Yeah, I'm looking forward to doing a lot of those. And
yeah, I think
and
we
like
should do
Steve
them like
said-
back to back for a couple weeks and just do like a whole series. I think
I
it'd be a
could-
good time.
Do you want to do it in like chronological order? Like we start with NES. If you
Well,
have
that's a
anything to add, and then
Good point.
Yeah. So I mean, I know like Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis are going to get like kind of close, but we could find out the dates within the year they released and go through. If you owned it, let's talk about it. If not, if you have any questions, let's run from there. I think that'd be a lot of fun. Not to mention, like once you start
Yeah.
thinking of like those consoles, it's going to bring up memories of like certain games. Like, oh fuck, I remember playing that, even if you didn't own it. Of course, we all had friends that just had the different consoles. I mean, that's why we hung out with them, right? It's not just because they were okay.
sometimes.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah, no, that's a good point. I like the chronological order thing. I think we should fire this up as soon as we're done talking the bachelor party episode. I think we should jump right into this, not delay on it.
I dig that. I
Yes.
mean, there may be like one or two episodes here and there because I know Too Many Games is coming up in the summer, and
Is it?
It's in fall.
oh, it's in the fall.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, with the amount of consoles that are out there, it may span into it, but you
Three.
never know. Yeah, three consoles. Oh wow,
Gamecast.
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 I like my Play Cube. That's a lot of fun.
Too Many Games is October 8th.
Okay. Oh, we
So-
might be able to run through.
But yeah,
most of the
we have a couple
consoles.
episodes here and there that will fill in, but that's fine.
Dig it. Cool.
Yeah, and if anybody listening has any ideas or anything like that, or they want to leave like a note about, like Carrie said or Steve said, their favorite console or their game, definitely leave us a comment on Facebook.
Yeah, no, I think we should post like which console we're going to do like all over social media like a week in advance. This way we can get like comments, feedback, any stories, and we can kind of like tie those into the episode as well.
Yeah, that
Definitely.
sounds good. Dig it. No, call me Atari because I dug it.
What? No, Steve, stop.
Yeah, and just to throw it out there too, like we said, like, NES is kind of where we started playing video games. We were, NES came out pretty much like the years that we were born. So any earlier generation consoles, like if you want to hear something about those early generation consoles, even if it's just educational information, let us know and we can try and put something together like that too. But
Yeah.
I could talk Atari a bit. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you had one at the cabin.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
yeah. No, that was kind of my mom had a lot growing up. She just kind of passed that on, but she had similar with Atari. What I had was Super NES, like a
Okay.
huge box of just
Damn.
Atari games.
There you go. Harry's mom's huge box of games. Of games. Jesus Christ. No, even going back to like actually my friend Steph that I mentioned, her dad had Coleco, where it's just like a dial and like two buttons. It's like that's something that we grew up on too. It was just it was weird. It was odd, but I mean for the time it worked. So yeah, it's like whether it's an older console or newer console, just hey, let us know what you grew up with too, because it's fun to kind of mismatch and kind of you know blend blend our childhood experiences because pretty much everything now is fucking nostalgia. That's why Pokemon cards are worth like $50,000 by this point.
I had to explain that to my boss today.
What Pokemon cards?
Pokemon?
Yeah, because it's been such a the Pokemans. That's been kind of a like we can't keep them in stock, and they've caused arguments with customers. They're like, "Why don't you have any Pokemon cards?" And
Really?
he was like, "I don't get it." Yeah, and I was like, "Oh, I have this friend that does this secondary market, and he makes a lot of money off of it."
Yeah,
And he's
he's
like, "What?"
doing.
And I was like, "Yeah." And he puts like a 5 hour a week in time investment in, and he makes. I did the calculation how much money he makes per hour, and it's like outrageous compared to what his hourly rate
Oh yeah,
is just working.
I was just talking to him, and the amount he put in, he's gonna like make his money over 5 times.
Does he have?
Just
He has like an Instagram for it, right, or whatever.
I believe so. All I know is that I just came across some old cards, and he's like, "Hey, send me pictures, and we can get them graded or something else, and then both of us can make some money off of it." I have a Shadowless First Edition Alakazam, if anybody's looking for that, and then Machamp uh, Hololess First Edition, or no, Shadowless First Edition Holographic. Yeah, give me money for it because apparently it's worth something. It's crazy how stupid shit like that is just like, oh yeah, nostalgia, because now is the point where um the stuff we grew up with now becomes the sought after item, and people are making an actual salary amount to be able to save up for this stuff, and then the market just fucking skyrockets. It's nuts.
Yep.
I'm just holding on to my pogs, waiting for that day, Steve.
All right. Hey, funny enough, talk about pogs, I still have my Mortal Kombat Slammer for
Oh, nice.
first edition. It's in a fucking tube somewhere in the basement, but I got it. Yeah. Those
I had my
slammers,
slammer.
man.
I think was Battletoads.
Really?
If I remember. Yeah, I think it was.
Hey, you know what? Call Pawn Stars. See if they'll buy it.
Oh man.
Do you still have Battletoads? Click.
That's awesome.
That might be good there. I don't know if we have to roll into another topic.
Yeah,
No,
I think we're good.
Well, I was almost going to say the new Mortal Kombat, which
I really want to watch it. It's
Comes out Friday.
it comes out
Oh.
the Friday right before this releases. Apparently, they're showing it in theaters too. Because I know you can get it on HBO Max, which I have, but I'm almost half tempted to actually go to a movie theater to watch this.
Yeah, I'm vaccinated.
Yeah.
I feel
You're working
honestly.
Friday night, right, Harry?
Oh fuck yeah. Friday into Saturday. I know. Yeah, I feel like I don't know if you guys watch the South Park vaccination special, but I feel like
No, I want to though.
okay, I won't spoil it then, but I feel like the old people in that episode. So yeah, no, we got the HBO
Max.
Yeah, and they had all that on it. No, it was a good episode though. You got to watch the first one though.
Yeah.
The pandemic special and then the vaccine special.
Okay.
They're kind of linked,
Gotcha.
obviously, but cool. But yeah, no, I'm excited for the Mortal Kombat movie big time. I've watched the trailer like 8 times.
Yeah, it keeps popping up in every single one of my feeds. I can't not be excited about it. I am Sub-Zero. And then he just there's blood that comes out and he freezes it and then stabs something, which looks like Scorpion, but I don't know. But
what? You see Scorpion in the trailer.
I know, but he stabs someone that looks like Scorpion because I thought I saw yellow, but I'm not sure if it's actually him.
Got it.
Or maybe it's another Lin Kuei.
I looked at the casting too. There is a character in the movie that you can't tell is in it from the trailer, but the casting, they did cast somebody for Cabal, and they did. So Cabal is probably in this movie as well.
I can dig that. He was one of my favorite characters.
I know he
trilogy.
was.
Yeah. He was used against you quite a bit.
No, I think there's going to be a lot more characters in the movie. They even touched on the Mortal Kombat 4 universe a bit. Like Rico is cast in the movie.
Really?
Yeah, and Mortal Kombat 4 or Gold, however you want to take it. I feel like that one gets lost a lot. Like a lot of people don't reference the characters because that was like a unique roster of characters in that game.
Gotcha.
Because Jarek was one of them. He's one of my favorites. Or no, not Jarek. Kai, I have like I can actually do like almost like a brutality combo with him. It just like flies up and down the screen, this leg kick and throws. It's insane. Just link all these attacks together.
I can dig that. Do you think they're going to try to make like a Mortal Kombat universe? Kind of like
I feel like everybody wants to do that now.
I know it. It just seems to be.
I brought that up the last MUBRS and you guys were like, nah.
Yeah. Well,
I was like, oh man, it'd be cool if they did origin story movies and you guys both shit on it.
Hey, a lot of time has passed since then and now, like a week and a half, maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, now really thinking about it, no, I wouldn't be mad if they started doing not each individual person, but at least if they can kind of like tie things in. Yeah, so it's
a story arc in it with a main character that like also hit like 2 or 3 auxiliary characters.
Yeah, so like one where maybe it shows Scorpion and Sub-Zero when they both just entered the clan and then they start okay. When Scorpion and Sub-Zero both entered
like Raiden, but they didn't look like Raidens.
Yeah. Oh no. Oh fuck! Where did all these ghosts come from? So many goddamn party hats. That's no good. Maybe something where because obviously they've been rivals for a long time, so it's like, oh, I want to be blue and ice. Oh, I want to be yellow and fire. Or here's how this happened, and now we're mortal enemies that are drawn into mortal combat. Dun 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 dun. See what I did? Yeah, see what I did? Joe knows. He got into it. But that'll be fun.
Oh, yeah. It will be. I don't know if I buy into the whole universe thing though. I don't need origin stories. I know their origins.
Yeah.
I want to see Armageddon though. That's what I want. That's just what I want. That's the only thing I ever want or need from Mortal Kombat is Armageddon.
Just like, 64-man combat. Oh, all right. I'll watch that.
Yeah, that's just what I need. No dialogue, no character development. I just need 64 characters beating each other up for like 2.5 hours. That's the movie I want.
There you go. Oh, fuck. Have you seen, going around, I know we're getting to the end, but the fucking character actor who played Sonya Blade, her picture that's going around where she got back into the costume and whatnot, and she's like 50 something fucking years old and still looks the same. Is like, Jesus Christ, I have goals
didn't
for.
see any of that.
Oh God.
Yes.
Yeah. So pretty much, Harry. The character, because we were going through with the old Mortal Kombat's, and especially through that great in detail Street Fighter episode where they did like movie capture, or like for the people, which was pretty much the same for the first Mortal Kombat. The lady who played Sonya Blade way back when in the first Mortal Kombat got into cosplay.
The 90s
basically.
one?
95 one,
Yes,
yeah.
yes, the very first. She got into the cosplay of Sonya Blade, and there's really no fucking difference. Like almost 30 years later, like she fucking nailed it. It's like Jesus Christ. It's like that's called
Why didn't
aspirations.
they cast her in the movie?
Yeah, I don't even have a retort for that. I was just trying to make some conversation. Thanks, Harry. Fuck.
Yeah, it sounds like what Harry wants out of Mortal Kombat is Mortal Kombat Royal Rumble.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, I'm not mad at that.
Oh, that'd be dope. That'd be dope. God damn it.
Just
Joe,
one
now you got
fighter.
ideas in my head.
Just one
Fuck.
fighter coming in at another.
Ah. Damn it. That's what I want in life.
He's like, that's it.
That's it.
I'm just gonna try
So
to.
much disappointment from Harry
Yeah.
now.
I'm going to cry myself to sleep because I know that doesn't exist or never will.
All right. I think we're good there.
Yeah, that works. I'm trying to look for a picture for Harry, and the only thing that are coming up is like the original Mortal Kombat, or Adriana Chechik, which I'm not sure why she's popping up in my feed here. That's interesting.
So thanks everybody for joining us for this episode of MUBRS.
MUBRS.
We'll see you in 2 weeks for Mirror's Edge review.
Ooh, did
I'm
you
excited
find?
to talk about that?
Yeah, same.
Yeah, that's going to be fun. Love you guys.
Stay sexy.
Stay safe.
Thanks for listening. Be sure to follow us on social media and all streaming platforms at Superfun Podcast for more episodes. If you enjoyed the show, tell a friend about us and consider becoming a Patreon member for more exclusive content.